Hey y'all! Kim Kardashian decided to put on her tinfoil hat on the latest episode of their show, The Kardashians. Kim Kardashian is suddenly questioning the moon landing? Yup, that moon landing. The one from 1969. She's diving headfirst into conspiracy territory, and the internet cannot stop talking about it. Let's break this down. So, on the brand new episode that dropped Thursday, October 30, Kim Kardashian, who's 45 now by the way, went full-on tinfoil hat during a convo with her All's Fair co-star Sarah Paulson. And y'all, this wasn't just small talk between takes. Kim actually revealed that she doesn't believe the 1969 moon landing really happened. She straight up thinks it was all fake. Now, Kim and Sarah were just chilling on set, chatting between filming scenes, when the topic randomly came up. Kim started talking about astronaut Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon. And then she said, "I'm sending you so far 1,000,000 articles with both Buzz Aldrin and the other one." And of course, Sarah Paulson, being the supportive bestie she is, goes, "Yes, do it." Then Kim shows her an example of what she was sending and says, "This girl says, what was the scariest moment?" And Aldrin goes, "There was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It could have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen." At this point, Sarah is just listening, probably trying not to laugh. And Kim drops the real shocker. She says that Buzz Aldrin, because he's gotten old, sometimes slips up and accidentally tells the truth. "So I think it didn't happen," she admits. What? Kim Kardashian basically just said she believes one of the most iconic events in human history was totally staged. And of course, Sarah Paulson wasn't gonna let that slide. She told Kim that she's now going on a massive deep dive into everything Kim just sent her. And Kim, being Kim, laughs and admits in her confessional that she sends Sarah conspiracies all the time. So clearly, this isn't new for her. Kim might be keeping up with the Kardashians and conspiracy TikTok at the same time. Now here's where it gets even better. When Kim got back to her trailer, one of the show's producers followed up because, let's be honest, they knew the internet would lose it over this. The producer straight up asks Kim if she really doesn't believe astronauts walked on the moon. And Kim doesn't hesitate. "I don't think we did. I think it was fake," she says. Full confidence, no second guessing. Then she goes on to say, "I've seen a few videos of Buzz Aldrin talking about how it didn't happen. He says it all the time now, in interviews." At this point, Kim starts listing her reasons. And this part sounds straight out of a late-night TikTok rabbit hole. She says, "Why does Buzz Aldrin say it didn't happen? There's no gravity on the moon. Why is the flag blowing? The shoes that they have in the museum that they wore on the moon have a different footprint than the photos. Why are there no stars?" And okay, let's be real for a second. NASA says we lost the technology to go to the moon. Looking at SpaceX and NASA's rockets today, the 1969 one could never fly that high. Whether you agree with her or not, Kim definitely knows how to start a conversation. You can't just say the moon landing was fake and not expect people to go crazy online. So naturally, the producer had to ask the next obvious question. What would Kim say to people who call her crazy for believing this? And Kim, being unbothered as ever, replied, "They're gonna say I'm crazy no matter what. But go to TikTok. See for yourself." Now tell me that's not peak Kim energy. She literally said, "Go check TikTok." That's where NASA hides their secrets. But you know what? This is kind of the charm of watching the Kardashians. One second you're watching Kim run a billion-dollar brand, and the next she's casually questioning one of history's biggest achievements. But let's be honest, this little moon landing confession fits perfectly into Kim's personality lately. She's been more open about the random things she believes or gets obsessed with. Maybe this whole conspiracy thing is the new Kim. Maybe she's truly convinced. And now that Sarah Paulson's promised to do a deep dive, we just know there's gonna be a part 2 to this. So what do y'all think? Is Kim just joking around for good TV, or does she really believe the moon landing was fake? Either way, one thing's for sure. The Kardashians always find a way to make people talk. And this time, it's not about fashion, relationships, or business. It's about space. Kim could make that happen. And if you thought this was the wildest take she's dropped this season, oh, just wait! Because knowing Kim, this is definitely not the last time she's about to break the internet with her research. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Do you believe that the moon landing was fake? Pop off in the comments.